ladies and gentlemen, right here back for another Transformers transformation review thingy. And indeed, Lee, Mad Polak, this one is for you, brother, word, maho, or whatever the kids say these days. And Dorian, look, I'm wearing my yellow cat t-shirt for you today because you didn't like my black. Indeed, it was kind of like the end of the month, really, with the black t-shirt. You know, when all the good stuff's away to be washed. So it's just like, what have I got? Oh, does that still fit? Yeah, okay, that'll do. Does it smell like cheese? No, that'll do. So that's what that was. I'm telling you about my wardrobe, Dorian. What have you done to me, you bad Scottish person? Lee, yes, Blackarachnia, Transmetal 2 Blackarachnia. Well, not only that today. There's a bit of it's interesting. Look, you see, the music is everywhere. My lights are on top of my congas, and indeed, you're on top of a conga right there. Conga. Why am I showing you? I don't know. I think maybe you didn't know. Lee. Blackarachnia. Yes, because the bot that I'm showing you today, ladies and gentlemen, is my favorite bot. It is my favorite bot. It is the bot that I like above all others. It's the bot that sits there in that space. She's not there now because she's over there. But you will see her shortly. Today I'm showing you 4 Blackarachnia. Yes, why not? Why not? I have 4 molds. I have 5 Blackarachnia, Blackarachniamis, and but I'm going to show you 4 molds because I think there may only be 4 molds. There is a Binal Tech alternators version, but I don't count them because they're shit. Hold on. They're not really shit, but they're a piece of work, and rather like the movie bots, they're just they're just not fun. They're, you know, they're fine, and some of them are really cool, but Shockwave, really? No. Blackarachnia, Ravage. Actually, the Ravage is cool. The one that turns into the Jaguar. I'm digressing. Excuse me. It is my want. So I like this bot so very, very much. Now, a little bit of BG, not enough to do you any harm, Mr. Polak. Here we go. Blackarachnia function saboteur. I use deception for the purpose of good. I use it a lot. Stealing Megatron's mysterious new technology. That's the voice there. Blackarachnia, Black Rose of the Maximals, succeeded in altering her maximal protoform into a powerful Transmetal 2 structure. Despite her Predacon pride, she detests Megatron and fights for now with the Maximals. The definitive femme fatale, she despises life's pleasantries, fires strong venom pincers, obviously, that operate as paralyzing claw, retrieving enemies from up to 100 meters. Handy, that's very handy. Electro-disruptor housed in rear segment. She has a rear segment. Casts illusions, altering her physical placement and appearance for up to 5 minutes. In robot mode, she packs a deadly roundhouse kick. Kia, generally concerned with her own self-preservation, Blackarachnia will at times astound with heroism, but not can be trusted in a fulsome manner. Fine. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm starting with the very first Blackarachnia. Now, I'm not going to sit and transform this girl on the screen because I'm getting to the good stuff. We're starting off small and we're getting to the good stuff today, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very nice little bot. She's a repaint, of course, of Tarantulas, and this is what she turns into. Distinguished from her Tarantulorian origins by the battle mask actually being her face. So that's quite nice. 9 eyes instead of 8. There you go. Go figure. Why not? Maybe it's just a little bit more symmetrical. They liked it. She is a nice bot. A very nice bot. I like a bot with string. You know, it's good. From there, we move on to what comes next. The chicken or the egg. It was the chicken, obviously. This is, of course, Beast Machine's Tarantulas. No, Blackarachnia. This is the next kind of funny. Now, I like a spider former. I just like what happens to spiders in the Transformers universe. They look great. I think this girl is absolutely beautiful. One of the most elegant bots in existence. And this is what she looks like. She is super lovely, sexy purple, and has a couple of repaints. Has she had a repaint? Yes, she had. She had a universe repaint, which was slightly orange, and then she had a crystal widow thing going on, and that's very, very sexy. That's just a nice bot. It's lovely. Next. Now we're on our way to the good stuff. We're on our way to the good stuff. I may miss something out here. You can let me know if you like. Often I do miss something out because I think I know everything. But I actually don't. And that surprises me often, but there you go. This is, of course, animated Blackarachnia. And again, it's another honey of a bot. She is a trans-organic, no techno-organic spidery thing. Very, very nice. Black Widowy thing going on. Again, she's got this odd little kind of that egg timery thing on the back that the Black Widows do have, which is very, very nice. And this is what she turns into. Super sexy, super purple again, and the first spider with high heels. This is another elegant and beautifully sculpted little bot. And now to the main event. Transmetal 2 Blackarachnia. I got this girl, my favorite bot to date. I got this girl auto assembly 3 auto assemblies ago, and it was gifted to me by Nicholas Orlando Snowden, who I haven't seen in a while, but I believe he's doing very well, running a pig farm in France, so it's nice to hear from him, doing well, good. Sends me sausages now and again. Very nice, very good sausages. I first became aware of this lady when George Exaggerated Elegy reviewed her, and I didn't know she existed until then. Imagine my surprise, the spider lover I am. Blown away, absolutely blown away. Look at her, she is just beautiful. She is incredibly beautiful. She was repainted, it was a BotCon RC. It's a garish pink and white confection, and I bought it, and I wasn't mad about it. I tried to pretend that I liked it, it was fine. It is not nearly as good. It is not nearly as good as this. It's definitely a Blackarachnia as opposed to an RC. I subsequently sold it, and I don't really miss it, but yeah, no, there is no bot actually. I don't really miss it. This girl is the place to start. If you like that mold, this is the way to go. She was really hard to find at retail initially. She is much sought after. Among the Transmetal 2s, she is still quite sought after. Look at the nice asymmetry here. It's lovely the way they do that. You see these, the legs here are a mixture. The bottom are kind of more, where are we? These are the more organic legs, I suppose, and these are the more tech legs, I suppose. And all that kind of organic, techno-organic is mirrored all throughout the Transmetal 2s. She is absolutely beautiful. You can see here, there is her maximal spark crystal, where she was previously, of course, she was previously a Predacon, and pick one. You can have whichever one you like, and that is a super duper touch. Beautiful, beautiful posing. She looks good. The legs have wonderful movement. There's a little bit of movement in her, no, not in her jaws, in her front. These aren't her legs, these are kind of her jaws. But let's get on and transform this girl. Now there is, she did have planned, obviously, a transport mode, like most of the Transmetal 2s did, which was abandoned. Lee Polak, this is for you. I'm just reiterating that. That was abandoned. This comes out. Look at that thing. It's a whole big jaw section. That's nice. That was abandoned. You can see some of the remnants of that are still here. I like to surmise that maybe what was going to happen was that there was going to be, you can affect this kind of thing here. Exactly what that is, I don't know, but it's as, you know, what might it have been? It might have been, what, might she have had a bomb mode or something like that? I mean, that obviously is a bit silly, but have you seen Transmetal 2 Megatron's official other mode? What could that have been exactly? She reminds me a little bit of Rampage, just a little bit, but not enough so that it really matters. But there is another lost mode, an abandoned mode in here, because you can see she also had wheels here. These wheels are completely and utterly redundant. Not to worry, it doesn't matter. If you can find this girl, excuse me, this lady at the minute for a good price, then do. If you find her complete, I was going to say complete with everything. If you find a complete without box for 25 quid, I think that's a good price. and I certainly would go for it. A very interesting little thing about this girl, she had a removable metallic bra. Some of the issues did. Some didn't. I think they rethought that and thought it was probably a bad idea. And this is a bot with a very good pair of Jimmy Choos, can I just say. This girl likes to shop in all the very best places, because look at those high heels, ladies and gentlemen. They are not at all bad. Interesting little thing in her face. She also has the Transmetal 2 asymmetry going on in her face. That's the one place I want her to have symmetry. I just think it would. It's not that I dislike her face sculpt, not even nearly. But I think her head would have benefited massively from a bit of symmetry. You see all this stuff at the back. You're looking at that and you're thinking, "Oh, that's kibble." I know what you're thinking, because that's what I would have thought initially. I would have thought, "Oh, this girl has a lot of kibble." She really doesn't. Trust me, she really does not. This is some of the best. This is some of the most credible kibble in transforming existence. Let me just show you what you can do with this. I absolutely love it. Reminds me a bit of the kind of thing that goes on with some evil samurai ninja. No, I just made that up. I don't know any evil samurai ninjas. But if I did, I think they might look a little bit like Transmetal 2 Blackarachnia. You see all this nice, this spiky umbrella shit that she has going on in the back here. Spiky umbrella shit. I don't know what's going on here, but it just is extremely sexy and very successful. For my money, it's entirely successful. This is the bot mode. She is absolutely beautiful. This is the bot mode. Now let me just give you a little close up on her head. You see, I would have liked a little bit of symmetry there. I'm not too bothered though. I'm not too bothered. It would probably make her look a little prettier, but she already looks good enough to eat. Good enough to eat. She would probably eat you, ladies and gentlemen. She probably would now. Her legs look a little squiffy there. What I'll just do now is I will wind up her legs because I can. Yeah, you rotate her legs clockwise, anti-clockwise, whichever way they go. Yeah, there's a little wind-up mechanism in there, which is very cool. There's a nice little gimmick here. I'll just show you it now. She has this kind of, what do we call it? There's some word for it here. There's a little phrase. I'll just gift it to you here right now. What does she have? She has some kind of little gimmicky thing going on in the robot mode. I can't really find a thing. What I would call it, it's kind of a roundhouse kick more than anything else. Look at her legs. Her legs are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Nice little spray going on there, pink and yellow. And her eye motif that's on the spider follows all the way into the robot legs, and I think it looks fantastic. This little gimmick is not brilliant because so much shit gets in the way. Her arms get in the way. Her legs get in the way, and her big nappy here thing at the back gets in the way. So you wind her up like I did with the legs, and you press her head, and she should kick like that. Yeah, that didn't go too badly. Now, do you think, ladies and gentlemen, that this girl stands up very well? In a fight, maybe. But if you want to display her on the shelves, she needs a bit of propping. And that's where these bad boys come in very, very handy. But she's much better just displayed like that. Look at her weapon. Her weapon is very cool. It's got this kind of thing going on. You can do that little jaw weapon, but it's also got... You can put your keys on it, ladies and gentlemen. How cool is that? You can put your keys on it. And I don't think... There's no latching mechanism. There's no pull it out and let it go and it stays there and then put it into your hand or anything like that. It just does that. Now, I wouldn't recommend playing with this too much because that string, and it is just string, could quite easily break. You can house it somewhat in her back, or you can put it into her hand. She's got a nice big plug going on here in those very formidable claws that she's got. And it kind of sits in there some kind of way. It doesn't look great, and I do like to display it with this. I just use that as a little pocket and deposit it in there and hope for the best. This is my favorite Transformer because I think she looks beautiful. She looks mean. She looks awesome. She looks, she is really menacing. She looks like she'd sneak up on you. She looks like she would kill your cat and then eat it. She looks like your girlfriend. She is just so sexy, and she turns into a big spider. I love her. Lee, Matt Polak, thank you for recommending me to do this girl again. It was a very good idea. I have shown you 4 Blackarachnia tonight. It's been very enjoyable. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray and Blackarachnia, Transmetal 2, no doubt. Good night.
Now that's what I call a robot in disguise. Thank you very much. Good night.